What's going on, y'all? What's going on? What's going on? What's going on? Give me a second here. I'm gonna share this real quick, and I'll be right back with y'all. We're gonna do like a two-piece. I think I might be able to fit all of it in one, but I'm gonna see. We might do it like a two-piece of this or something. So just give me a second. Second, I'm just sharing this. Y'all know the vibes. I gotta share it, all that stuff. So just give me like a second. All right. All right, y'all. All right, y'all. I'm just gonna start it off. Whatever. As they show up, they show up. As they don't, they don't. But I'm still gonna get out what I got to say. Wow. So yesterday I was live with you guys and I was talking about this whole 50 Cent documentary thing. I still don't have no interest in watching it or whatever. But I got people watching me, evidently, to see if I'm watching the documentary, to see if I'm gonna watch and say something about the documentary. Nah. Nah. I have no opinions on it. I don't care about it. I don't want to watch it. I ain't gonna give you my view, homie. You feel me? As far as that's concerned. But where I want to start is right here concerning that documentary because there's things just coming up and people are nitpicking at certain parts or whatever. And I saw a piece that Harvey and Mark, hey Harvey, hey Mark, I saw a piece that y'all put up, and I ain't here to attack y'all. Y'all know better than that. But I am here to explain something to you. So Harvey, how are you, Harvey? You 42nd Street standing fucker. Listen. I heard you guys having your conversation earlier. You posted it up probably about 2 hours ago, and I listened to the whole thing in totality. And Harvey's question was, "Well, do you think Mark Agnafilio was offended by being recorded? Perhaps, but because that's what the producer said on the video, right? Perhaps, but I can get it because this is the part I think you're leaving out. Mark Agnafilio was a new attorney. Mark Agnafilio not only was a new attorney working with Diddy, but he was working with a team of people that were new. As we later found out with the team of lawyers that we saw presented in front of us, especially if you were like me, you were down at the courthouse. So when we take in contention where he says one part in it, and a lot of people leave out of the conversation in the documentary, he says, you guys are not working together. He meant as collectively as a team. That's a part a lot of people miss. And Harvey, you missed that part. No offense, but you missed that part. He said, you guys are not working together as a team. A team. That means a team of lawyers. I mean, there's more pro than one lawyer. So that's one. Number two, Mark Agnafilio at the time was a new lawyer to Puff. You're never supposed to trust new lawyers until they prove themselves. Are you kidding me? You never trust a new lawyer until they prove themselves right. Do you know the retainers for some of these lawyers? Oh, we're talking $10,000, $50,000, $20,000. I've just invested my faith and my money in you, sir. I will cover you in all aspects there are, for real, until you are proven otherwise. Mark will never have to go through that again. Mark won't ever have to go through that again. I had to go through certain things when I started off at the street team at Bad Boy. You understand what I'm saying? I had to be evaluated too. Is he going to show up every day? Is he trustworthy? Can he come up in this building the right way? Does he have respect to the people that's inside the building, outside of the people that he immediately works with? Yes, I checked off on all those. Huh? So what I'm saying to you is, he didn't know Mark Agnafilio. Mark Agnafilio, let's just say, he wasn't and didn't have the longevity of friendship with Puff that the Mark that sits down with you at Two Angry Men had. Is that fair? So you got a multitude of different lawyers, and that's why Puff said in the documentary, y'all not working together. And everybody missed that. I didn't miss it, but everybody else missed it. You need that said to y'all again? Because in the video, and there's a clip of Diddy talking. He's talking to Mark Agnafilio on the phone, and y'all all have blown it out of proportion. This is the most terrible footage I've seen in my life. Blah, 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 blah. Okay, yeah. So anyway, at this point in the video, it's recorded or whatever, and I think Harvey had a problem with just the person being recorded, which was Mark Agnafilio. I was like, I would have recorded him too. Listen, I've been in this game for 20 something plus years. You know how many lawyers have gotten over on me, and all of them had one thing in common. They were all a new attorney except for the other Mark. Ain't that right, Grease? So, like I said, Mark Agnafilio at the time was new to the team, and he was working collectively with other lawyers, which was presented to you later on during the trial. What is the confusion? What is the confusion? I think a lot of these things that are in this documentary are being super exposed because a lot of people in media don't have anything to talk about. Yeah. Some people will present things, and people have a noble way of doing it. They present things in a fashion that make them seem more serious than they are nowadays. When just 10 years back in the game, 7 years back in the game, we would have laughed these things off and been like, are you serious? We're really talking about this right now? So when I say superimpose, a lot of people want to superimpose the conversation with Mark Agnafilio and Puff. And I'll say to you again, once again, Mark Agnafilio was new to repping Puff. There's lawyers in New York City that sit around in hospitals all day and chase ambulances, don't you know? So they're looking for the coin. You know how expensive it is to live up in the New York City tri-state area? That's Jersey, New York, and Connecticut included. I live in Connecticut. So I'm telling you guys, it is not anything irregular for these guys to do this. They go through litanies of different lawyers. You pick maybe 2 or 3 lawyers that are with you for lifelong. Mark Agnafilio at this point has learned a lifelong contract. Mark, don't mess it up. Don't you mess up your moment. That's what they're trying to do. They want to mess up your moment. They've been trying, let me tell you something. They've been trying to go after Mark Agnafilio on the low side of the game. And I've seen many of different times now here in media. I've seen people have little corpse at him. That's the guy that he's always going to be known as the guy that got Diddy off. Or the guy that led the team that got Diddy off, rather, let me say. So there's a lot that comes with that. So if you don't understand what I mean, sometimes these conversations are to invoke distraught feelings. Sometimes these conversations are meant to invoke problems. Sometimes these conversations, when they're brought up and they're superimposed for salacious material and salacious steak, sometimes these situations can be blown completely out of proportion for what they really are. When you really look at the surface of what I've seen from 50 Cent's documentary, if that's what you want to call it, I call it a whole bunch of, it looked like to me a whole bunch of motherfucking tweets that didn't go all the way fully out. Like a bunch of video clips and tweets. People say, this was so professionally done. Nah, they just put the right filter on it. Anyway, listen. You got to be careful because a lot of people, what they're going to do, they're going to clip up specific portions of whatever they want in that DVD because it's 4 parts to it, don't you know? So they're going to divvy up the parts that they want to, and they're going to superimpose them to you in the form of a TikTok share or Instagram live or whatever the case may be. They're going to present it to you in their own little equal way. I've seen this all day long. That's why I kind of sat back yesterday after having a conversation with somebody. I said, yo, did you see that yesterday? They was like, yo, I saw it too. I said, yeah, it's definitely apparent that that's what's going on. But gotta be real careful here. Mark Agnafilio. Mark Agnafilio was a new lawyer. Or not that, let's just say he hadn't been to the same degree that he got puffed off this recently. He hadn't been accomplished in the sights of Puff. And that's Puff's attitude. You got to prove that. You the baddest out, huh? All right, prove it. And when I got a team of y'all, and each one of y'all is charging me anywhere from between, I don't know, 12,000 to maybe a little bit more up. You understand what I'm saying? Per week, per day. I don't know the equivalent. But if y'all are there, I need y'all to work together. And I need y'all to make sure at anything that y'all understand this is my good ship, Lollipop, and I navigate this motherfucker. You understand what I'm saying? Because at the end of the day, don't nobody get paid for me. Would you think I can't get another you? There's another you. There's always another you in that field. They're far and few between. But there's always another one. In the lawyer field, you can always make example of that. There's always a better lawyer. Always a better lawyer. It's always a better artist too. That's fair. But like I said, Mark Agnifilio in that clip that you guys see or whatever, yeah, it was unbeknownst to him. The Puff was recording him or whatever the case may be. And I understand the reason why Puff was recording him. Now make sure you document all this right here, because the last lawyer, they wanted to get up about $100,000 off of us. And for some people, $100,000, that's cool for them. You know, you could give some people $100,000. They're like, yo, I done made it. You give some people $100,000, they'd be like, yo, I made it. Now, in the case of a lawyer or somebody like that, or whatever the case may be, that's a lot of money. So I'm not saying Mark Agnifilio, but I'm saying other lawyers have taken and known to have taken advantage of stars all the time. The other ones are accountants. The other ones are entertainment lawyers, which is different from a criminal defense lawyer. The other ones will take advantage of you in management. Sometimes management, they'll play you on what they know. Like managers have a way of knowing when your career is stalling or coming to an end, and you are not providing the new material to make it bounce back up, right? So a lot of times they'll opt to get out early on before you even know it. So like maybe 10 to 13 months before they predict that you're going to be over, right? What they'll start doing is they'll start doing crazy stuff. Like they'll tell you, yo, you got paid $90,000 for this show when you really got paid $220. They'll start doing little slick stuff like, before the company used to pay for your airline, at least partially. Now they want you to cover everything for the next 2 months until your next residuals coming. See, that's the thing I wish a lot of these people, they claim that they hip hoppers and all this or whatever. Broke my heart when I saw Eric Sermon sit up there. Man, I can't even listen to another one of your records no more. I can't never listen to your music ever again and hear it in the same note. And I don't mean that disrespectfully. I'm just not fucking with you. I don't ever want to meet you. I don't ever want to shake your hand, nothing. Doesn't mean I hate you, but I don't want to meet you now. And there's a couple of other ones out here because I noticed something. A lot of these guys, you know, you really starting to break yourself out. All these street stories you got and everything like that or whatever, it's starting to look like, well, you know what? We folded them up. What do you mean you folded them up, Davin? This is what I mean by they folded them up. Meaning that any time back then or now, you would have folded up for the right opportunity, the right amount of money, or like they like to show a lot of times on the first 48. Where's my chicken and biscuits and French fries? And get him a side of coleslaw. You know he likes that too. You understand what I'm saying? I'm seeing a lot of Popeye's chicken and waffle motherfuckers online. They claim they was real niggas and claim, I don't know, man. Some of y'all might get your real nigga card revoked. That's what I'm thinking. Some niggas might get their real nigga card revoked. It can't be a real nigga and you working with Netflix to make documentaries. But don't mind that. It's all said and done, right? It's out there. You got to seen it or whatever. It'd be different if it was trying to do it before launch. Oh, you didn't want people to know you were launching it. Thank you very much, TC. Let me explain something to y'all real quick so y'all understand what I'm talking about. Get focused. Now, some people think I get up here and I just jibber jabber and I just say whatever. But don't you notice that these conversations that I be talking about, I think what it really is I get them early, and being that y'all don't like me, y'all don't get in cognizance of it. So let me explain once again, and this is my next one. If you get it, you don't get it. Give me 1 second, y'all. It's on my channel, trust me. Example of I'm not being cocky, I'm being honest. Just go back and listen to some of my past videos. You'll see. Be like, yo, he said that. I know I did. Listen, they're going to come after 50 Cent. Don't worry about that. Trust me. It's a setup behind a setup behind a setup. He can't see it, but I see it. There's a couple other people I know I have some contact with, had a conversation with. They see it too. And we're determined, I think it's better to sit back and watch that show. I think that's going to be more entertaining. Now, I mean, Pup might want to forward along and go along with a lawsuit or something, but I don't know what Puff might do. Who knows these things, right? But I think it's better just to sit and watch the show. Within a year and a half from now, they're going to do the same thing to him. And they're going to cash in on it. They're going to make a documentary about you too. 50 Cent. Above the law. Let's name it that, right? Hey, Netflix, you can have that, but that was on me. 50 Cent, above the law. Imagine that, 50 in handcuffs. I ain't do nothing to nobody, right? Yeah, you got to be careful when you do things like this. In my personal prediction, I'll just say this real quick. In my personal prediction, I think the way, and I said this before the documentary came out, you could go listen to my last video. No, actually, it's 2 more videos back that I put that in there. I said, I don't think this is going to work out for you. I'm good at these things. Everybody that knows me personally knows I'm good at these things. This is not going to work out for you. What's going to happen is you are at the beginning of the backlash, 50 Cent. What's going to happen is they're going to Tekashi 69 your ass up out the game, meaning like this. Yeah, you'll still make some money. Yeah, you'll still have some friends here and there, whatever. 9 times out of 10, some of them might be snitches too. But in the overall spectrum of things, just like Tekashi 69, you will always be labeled as a rat and a snitch. Now, for some people or another, that's okay with them. I'm not calling you a rat. I'm not calling you a snitch. But you know how they talk. So is that fair? You understand what I'm saying? So with that being said, I think what's going to happen is, and this is just my prediction, I think what's going to happen with 50 Cent is you're going to see him dwindle within the next year and a half. They're going to start looking for something in his background. Whatever they're looking for in his background, I think the most exemplified thing that will echo the most is what I mentioned to y'all before, and I'll mention to y'all again. Back, I think it was 2008, 2009, maybe 2010. He actually got sued by one of Rick Ross's baby moms, and she won a judgment against him for $7 million. He filmed, I don't want to put it on him, he filmed that escapade, and whether it was with him in the escapade or whether it was with another individual in the escapade, I do not know. I can't answer you that. But what I do know is he had a settlement put against him for $7 million. You understand what I'm saying? And it involved filming someone and putting it out there at the time, which was the DVD market, which is just as saturated as the YouTube market is and social media markets are today. So make no mistake about it, you sitting up here and you orchestrating a good ship that you was part of. You filmed that girl, whether she was with you or with somebody else, and you put it out in the streets and had edit and let me mind you, had a narrative on top of it using his alter ego, Pimpin' Curly. Well, the judges didn't find that funny. They didn't find it funny. That'd be $7 million. $7 million. $7 million. Sound like Calvin Candy, don't it? You gonna pay back my $500? $500. He had to pay out $7 million to Rick Ross's baby mom. And I wish Rick, we done been around you several times. I don't know you personally like that, but I wish you would show up here. You know what I mean? Show a little prestige with it or whatever, man. Hit the Cash App or something, man. I know you got all these fried chicken spots and all that. You know what I'm saying? I need the ballers over here with me. I'm so sick of dealing with these normies. These normies don't do nothing but carry the gossip. You can't trust the normies no more. You understand? Those normies used to be the people. The normies is now the architects of discretion. So you know what I'm saying? I gotta call out. You know what I mean? Because I be doing a lot of stuff up here for regard of y'all. Y'all starting to let me down. I'm looking like I ain't talking about even in the half of bad boy. I'm just talking about in general. There's a whole bunch of niggas that y'all be surprised. There's a whole bunch of people that know me and they see me up here. I even in contact with y'all. And y'all will not, that's fine. Y'all don't want to say nothing in my chat room. I can live with that. But nigga, at least hit up the Cash App or something like that. Use a fake name or something like that. You know what I mean? Y'all know me. I'm solid. I ain't gonna be like, yo, look what so-and-so sent me. I don't care if you send me 10 grand. Yo, somebody send me 10. I ain't even telling you how much I got. You know what I'm saying? That's how deep I am in it. Devin, I've been hearing this same story when I was 8 years old. I'm 38 now. It's been boring. Isn't it? It's old now. It's like, you know, I heard somebody say something that I said the other day, and I've said it many times before. And some people will get mad at me when I say this, but it's got to be said. 50 is not being highlighted. He doesn't even realize it because he's so tapered off in his own aggression right now. He doesn't even see it. You're caught up in a whirlwind right now, kid, and you don't even see it, but it's coming at you. It's going to come at you hard. See, when you raise questions so deep about someone else, it's only natural that people start raising questions about you. See, that's the fun part about it there, Bubby. When you start raising questions about other people, people start raising questions about you. When you start trying to expose people to everybody else, people say, well, what can I do to expose him? You understand what I'm saying? And that's what's going to happen. Now, I'm not saying it's going to come for anybody. I can't. We're not petty like that. Not us over at Bad Boy. Now, we don't rock that way. Never been bad boy to be petty. Cynical, yeah. Vengeful, perhaps. But petty, never. Never a bad boy thing. So, when I say that with the deepest respect. Boy, they're going to take you down. And the whole world's going to witness it because now you are the big fish. See, that's what you don't understand. See, let me tell you something about the mafia world. And anybody that's Italian that's listening to me right now, if I'm incorrect, please come correct me. You understand what I'm saying? I'll take the effigy of being a stanad. But I'm pretty sure I'm not wrong here. You see, in the mafia families, right, there was always this thing. Paul Castellano, they took him out. And they said that John Gotti wanted to be the new boss. So he took out Paul Castellano, right? And then he made some mockeries here and there, whatever about it. I don't want to get too much into that. It's none of my business. Then there was other mafia bosses that got taken out. And a lot of times you would see the same connection. It would be with somebody else trying to rise to the ranks or whatever. So as you see on the left there, and you see on the right there how he's looking at him, this is in the early years. Puff's still the boss. You understand what I'm saying? Now, the whole thing with the underling is to take out the boss so you can now become the boss or be looked at as the boss. Now, for some people, it works for them and some people it doesn't. What wasn't counted on here was the boss would actually win, sort of, and still come out, well, salvageable. And so, being as a man, you have to now reconvene and say, okay, what's my strategy now? What's my strategy now? There is no strategy. You sat up there and said that this nigga sent you some flowers in an arrangement of a funeral arrangement. You know he ain't do nothing like that. Why would you say something like that? Huh? What's wrong with you? They got you that much? You said the pup was being controlled. So like they got the puppet hand up your ass now, 50. What's going on? I ain't never seen you like this, fella. I ain't never seen you like this. Puppet string straight up your ass, ain't it? Come on, Queens. You gotta, what's the reason behind this? This looks scripted. Very different than being anguished or mad over a woman. This looks scripted. And took a lot of emphasis. That's what I'm saying. I'm not saying anything else. Okay, I'm not saying anything. But what I'm saying is here, this seems personal beyond the factor of how it weighs out personal. Does that make sense? It shouldn't be no reason you mad at this man like that. Why? You was out here fornicating with Rick Ross's baby mama and thought it was funny and showed it to the world so everybody would see it. What's wrong? What's wrong? What's wrong? What's wrong? She hurt your feelings, didn't she? I understand. She hurt your feelings. You'll get over it. They get the best of us, babe. I was with one for 8 years. They get the best of us sometimes, babe. But you gotta move on. You gotta skedaddle. Because if you don't, you're gonna live like this for the rest of your life. I'm telling you, you're gonna be 70 years old and still gonna bother you because it's fucking with your manhood. It's messing with your manhood. Let me tell you something, ladies and gentlemen. Worst thing you can do, worst thing you can come in contact with is a man of any background, religion, race, and their ego. Oh, man, let me tell you something about a man's ego. Let me tell you something. You can rob me in the middle of the street. But as long as I fought you back and shot back at you, I'm a winner. You can shoot at me. As long as I shoot back at you and almost hit you, at the very least, I'm a winner. And I can tell the story. But when a girl takes a shot at you, there's limited ways that you can fight back. Very limited ways you could fight back. You can call her out of a name. You could talk about her, but the empathy for her is going to supersede any type of words that you could possibly say, 50 Cent. And that's the underlying factor of this world we live in with women and men. Women are allowed certain excuses, the men aren't. Now, in the choice of excuses that we have here, this girl could very well go out and say, I was a victim of 50 Cent, and 50 Cent was beating me and whooping me, and that's why I left him and fell into the arms of Diddy. That's what the bitch gonna do. And I'm gonna tell you why she gonna do it, 50? Because you embarrassed her. You made her relive her trauma. Now, there's a certain adage that goes, putting the nail in the coffin. That's what you did. You did the same thing Puff did. And Puff, shut the fuck up. You went too far. You have the same obsessive nature that he had. You went too far. You're going too far. And it's going to backfire on you. Puff ain't got to sue you at this point. Only thing you got to do is let time take its course. Remind you that I said that. The only thing you have to do at this point is let time take its course. Guys, make sure y'all double tap the screen, hit the like button. I appreciate it. Double tap the screen, hit the like button. Make sure y'all hit up the Cash App, $STRINGERBELL80. If you do or don't know me, my name is David Lewis. I actually worked for Bad Boy Entertainment for over 17 years. Was around with many of these years of being mentioned and everything else. So please show some homage. Hit up the Cash App, whether you a rich rapper that be dropping bands for hookers and hustlers down south that ain't even in your motherfucking state. Especially y'all, especially the ones that I tapped in. Kanye, you need to send me over one or everything you got on there so I can put it on the channel and make sure these niggas going over there to buy it. Fuck wrong with you, Shy? God damn. Send me some of that shit over here so I can put it on the channel and try it out and wear it and shit for these motherfuckers so they come over to the store. The other thing you got to do over there at Yeezy.com, if you hear me, you need to speed up these motherfucking expedited fucking delivery times. They complaining about that, don't you know? They say I ordered some shit for Kanye 18 weeks ago. Still ain't got the shit. So I think I got an answer for that too. They got a fulfillment shop. That's a new thing up or whatever that works along with the store you use. And you hear me? Don't worry about it, Shy. I got you. It's always a low-life grimy nigga trying to protect Puff Daddy. I'm a low-life grimy. I'm grimy. Low-life, I wouldn't say that, though. I live better than you. I done had a better work history than you. And another thing I noticed is, too, you got to pay attention to this. This is some dude named Jim Brown 4404. I don't know you. You don't even have a profile picture. So how are we supposed to know that you some top tier nigga? Like, you understand what I'm saying? Like, you got to understand, man, when you're trying to insult me, you got to insult me from a real way. I live in Connecticut, dog. 50 used to live out here. 50 used to live out. He moved from New York to out here. What is that telling you? 15 minutes from where I live at right here, Diana Ross lives there. 15 minutes. Diana Ross's estate is right there. You don't believe me? Go ask Rhonda Ross. She's there all the time. That's her daughter. Go ask Tracy Ellis Ross. That's her daughter. You understand what I'm saying? 20 minutes from me, not only do what's the boys called? Tommy Hilfiger, but both of the brothers got mansions for me. What are we talking about? I'm a lowlife? No, that's what you want to circulate and what you want to put out to people. That's cool. I don't care. I really don't. You understand what I'm saying? Because if you got to talk about me and I don't know you, that means you got more emphasis on me than I got on you, Playboy. You understand what I'm saying? It's easy to juggle around that shit nowadays. We got nerds out here calling people goofies. And you was a nerd the whole time you was in middle school, high school, and college. You understand what I'm saying? If I ran up on you right now, I'd smack shit out of you. You wouldn't do nothing about it. Huh? Oh, okay. Yeah. Make no mistake about it, homie. I did shit to people. You understand what I'm saying? Shit that you would never contemplate up in your fucking mind. Calm your nerves when you talk to me. I don't know you. Now back to what I was saying. This girl hurt your feelings, 50. It's okay. It's all right. Girl hurt your feelings. But you got to make sure that you realize that if you're going to go in on Puff, you better look back at yourself too. Nigga, they said you burnt down your baby mama house. You don't remember that? They literally said that you paid niggas to burn down your baby mama house. You don't remember that, 50? I remember that shit. See, I'm old enough to remember that shit. Some of us, we old enough to remember that shit. Who else remember that? When they said 50 burnt down his baby mama crib. Now, why on earth ain't nobody bringing that up? I don't know why the fuck not. You understand what I'm saying? It is what it is. I'm old enough to remember when that tape came out, and whether it was you in the video or not in the video, 50, I remember at that time when it was on that sofa and it was circulating around the DVD chitlin circuit. You understand what I'm saying? And Shorty subsequently, 2009, 2010, filed a suit against you and won $7 million. Right there is an example of the same thing you saying Puff did, you did. You filmed somebody, but at least Puff ain't put it out. You put it out in the streets and did a narration over top of it. I ain't lying. Make sure y'all double tap the screen, hit the like button. If you a hater, it's all right. It's all right. We ain't worried about it. I ain't talking shit. I'm just talking facts. That's all I'm doing. Any of this stuff right here I'm talking about is public knowledge. I ain't talking about, yo, I heard, yo, by the way, that I don't get down like that. I'm talking about public knowledge of what's there. Son, you wrong. And you know you wrong. Now you starting to look, and I'm going to be honest with you. Listen, and 50, you ain't going to never hear this from a lot of other niggas, but this is really what they thinking. And they going to start thinking. You talking about this anti-fruity campaign or whatever, but you looking kind of fruity, some of the stuff you saying. Let me explain. You talking about niggas sending you flower arrangements, that's looking fruity. You talking about niggas talking about taking you shopping 20 years ago when you was broke at the time and you really didn't have a lot of money like that, not like you got now. That shit sound fruity. When you sitting up here and you talking about Puff, motherfucker did this and did that, that's not why you're mad, my nigga. My nigga, you're mad because he fucked your bitch. And just like a Queens nigga, Brooklyn nigga, or Bronx nigga, that shit hold weight. We beefing for the rest of our lives. I told a podcaster one time, he was the only podcast I did something with. I said, the way Caribbean people are, and 50's not Caribbean, but the way Caribbean people are, it's like, yo, we take everything from you. I want everything from you. Well, the way, like, I don't know, like some New York niggas are, they will beef with you for the rest of your life. Yo, nigga, I see you at the dentist office, it's on. I see you at the mall, it's on. I see you at the park, it's on. You was in a bar I don't like, it's on. Like, anywhere I see you, it's on. That's the sound niggas are. Please double tap the screen, hit the like button. 54 people here. Yeah, I got the haters up here. That's what's up. Who the hell cares? All right, nigga. We don't do talking to niggas. I don't do talking. And listen, if you ain't got no picture behind your shit, if you ain't got your real name behind your shit, don't be on my chat room barking or whatever, because I come to your house. Trust me on that. If you don't believe nothing else, just look at my history. I will come to your house. If you ain't got nothing else to be worried about, I will come to your house. I'll come to your kid's school. I'm stupid. All right. Just chill fuck out with that tough guy shit. All right. Cool. We just having a discussion. That's it. I ain't said nothing about threatening nobody and nothing else, whatever. All right. Don't get me started. All right. Cool. Calm yourself. Calm down. So anyway, listen. This is the thing. That's what I'm talking is facts. I ain't sitting up here capping for nobody. Like these niggas that get up on here and they lie or they make up shit. I'm not sitting up here making up. This is public knowledge. Shorty sued him for $7 million. Shorty wanted $7 million. You put out a DVD, you put out on DVD and whatever, you sleeping with Shorty or whatever, but now you sitting up here trying to act like the bastion of morality by putting out this DVD, putting out this documentary. That shit is confusing to me, dog. You understand what I'm saying? Then we got prior knowledge. The nigga said back in the back, the Cadillac tie and all of them, you snitched on them. Now you validating them. I'm trying to tell you the walls are closing in on you by this one project, right when you at the beginning of launch for the bigger projects. You understand what I'm saying? Another fallout that's happened because of that documentary is this. I don't like the fact that MISA and Justin are being, MISA and yeah, I'm saying it right, Justin. I don't like the fact that MISA and Justin are being like attacked online. I think that's some sucker shit. That's a woman and basically still a kid. Yeah, Justin is older now, but he ain't no grown ass motherfucking man. That's a kid. My uncle told me, he said, yo, you ain't even a grown man to me until you hit 55. You know what I'm saying? My uncle said that to me. I'll never forget it. He said that to me when I was like 17. He said, you ain't even a grown man to me until you like 55 years old at least. Because that's when usually men hit their peak between like 51, 58 years old. That's when they start becoming who they going to become. So for most men, now, if you enter into businesses and stuff like this, like entertainment business or whatever, the risks, you know what I'm saying, are less and you can exceed quicker. But in a normal world, usually around about 51, 58 years old, that's when men peak. So I was in them, they said, hey, I'm gonna look at you as a man until you like 51, 58 years old, at least that. Daddy and them, that was his brother. So, you know what I'm saying? Like, what I'm saying. But it's funny because 50 doesn't understand where this documentary is actually gonna lead. Yeah, they're celebrating you right now, Bubby. But give it like another 3 or 4 days, they're gonna find a way to talk about you. Now, there's a whole bunch of fiddle that I put in here, and I don't like that was in that documentary. And I'm gonna say it was one particular gentleman in that documentary. I don't know how much money you're making by keeping on because the trial is over now. And I have to say this: a lot of these anti-Diddy people, they still on the tirade, still talking anti-Diddy rhetoric. Well, yeah, I know he won the case, but look here, you know, the truth is, and the judge, you know, the judge is stupid, and so is the jury. The jury's stupid. I got all the real answers right here. Just talk to me. 50 is so petty. I haven't watched a Diddy. I haven't watched it either, and I never will. I just said the same thing. I'm not going to watch it. After all the power shows, I never support him again. That's why I said he's messing up his branding. Your shows are about gangster niggas in the street, and now you're doing a documentary with a mostly white company, and no offense to any white people here, but a mostly white company wearing a jute suit, sitting around doing motherfuckers, because that's a jute suit. You know what I'm talking about too, nigga. That's a straight zoot suit. You went around with that zoot suit, that blue zoot suit on. Watch them niggas when they put that blue or that red. Listen to me again. Watch them niggas when they put that blue or that red zoot suit on. It is fucking synonymous with fuck shit. Always has been. Watch Italians when they put on pinstripes or they put on that crescent gray suit. It has always been synonymous with fuck nigga shit. You understand what I'm saying? I'm trying to tell y'all something. You don't want to believe me? Don't believe me. I don't give a shit. My point is this, man. It shouldn't be nobody harassing MISA or Justin over some shit that was said in a documentary. You understand what I'm saying? And now the nigga that said it, he know who he is. Big Midwest, it ain't no strife. You gonna do what you gonna do, but god damn, dog, at some point you gotta sit it on down, nigga. You almost 60-something years old. You're supposed to be in Antigua or some goddamn where at this point. All them interviews you done did and shit, what you getting, 2,000, 4,000 a pop? God damn, Big Midwest, you should be gone. You should be up on out of here. The trial over now. What you gonna do 2 years from now? You gonna still keep barking the same shit? How about when he get fucking released from prison? You still gonna be saying the same shit? I'm being dishonest, dog. I'm just being honest. This straight East Side talk right now. I ain't even mention your name, big dog. You understand what I'm saying? But big dog, come on now, man. You got motherfucking strangers going against at them online for no other reason than what you done said. And that shit just ain't fair, man. Because ain't nobody bringing that strife to you and your family. You know goddamn well, niggas was on the line, they was talking shit to your daughter like that. You be the first motherfucker out here with the troops ready to hit the streets. What make you think ain't nobody else gonna do nothing for? And it kind of make you look, and I ain't gonna hold you, it kind of make you look soft because the nigga locked up. I ain't gonna hold you, Big Midwest. I gotta tell you, and I'm talking in ways only niggas like you and I know who talking to who. But I'm just saying, I ain't calling you that. I'm just saying from the aspect, it make you look kind of soft because the nigga is locked up and you talking shit about his baby moms and his son. You understand what I'm saying? I felt like that was really an issue. You really felt like that. Wait till the nigga get out, sit down at the dinner table with him. You don't go talking to niggas just randomly, especially if you know a nigga's a nigga's enemy. That ain't like you, man. And that's why I'm asking for a lot of y'all hip hop niggas. What the fuck happened to y'all? Y'all motherfuckers is bitches now. Like we were always up under y'all. Like that's the shit that bothered me. We was always, and this include Puff too. We was always up under you, and we looked so highly at y'all. Like y'all was some stand-up niggas and kind of found out y'all wouldn't do half the shit we would do. Y'all would do half of the shit we would do. You're not like us. Like me, I'm actually did street shit. I was with a well-organized crew, Italian, Spanish, and a few black motherfuckers too. But the point is, you understand what I'm saying? Like, I really did a bid. I made the front pages of the paper. I really did what I said I was going to do. I really shot at niggas. Like, I've really done it. I've been shot at. You understand what I'm saying? I've been a deciding factor on whether a nigga lives or not more than 2-4 times. You understand what I'm saying? On my own behalf. So ain't nobody have to pump me up. I said, nah, nigga, you good. I'll let you go, man. You ain't really that deep. But the point I'm getting at is here, niggas that we looked up to, you gotta really pay attention to. These niggas is online just telling, and hey girl. That's what y'all sound like to me. Like, hey girl, and guess what else, girl? Oh, sassy ass. Let me sit down with you and talk to you ass motherfuckers. When before, what happened to the commission, man? I gotta put it back together because I'll do that if I have to. There's still a few left. But this shit right here y'all got going on, this shit is chuck, bro. This shit chuck. Y'all can't stand on the block with this type of shit or whatever, unless y'all got a couple niggas with you that gonna make it different. You understand what I mean? Y'all know what I mean. Look up what his last son's mother said about him. And there's a police report about somewhere I didn't get blocked, allegedly. He's got the money to stop a lot now. Look up what his last son's mother said about him. And there's a police report about that somewhere if he didn't get that blocked. Who are you talking about? Tootsie Rella. Who are you talking about? You talking about 50? Yeah, you must be talking about 50. I don't know, man. Like I said, I ain't here to expose 50. Like, I'm not the type of nigga for that. Like, that's just not background I come from. I don't get into exposing niggas. Like, that's some sucker shit for me. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, if I really got a problem with nigga, I'll go ahead and, you know what I mean? Yo, homie, we'll speak to you for a minute. Like, that's how we do. I done done that a million times. So, like for me, like, that's not, no. For me, it's more so, like, come on, you got, at some point or another, you got to be real with yourself, dog. Like, the way you look into the streets right now, you talking about the real streets, the current streets right now, you looking pussy. That's the only other way I can put it. And I'm not calling you pussy. I'm saying you looking pussy. Very difference, big difference here. Looking pussy means that you're looking so petty to the point that it looks like you're being vindictive. If you look like you're being vindictive, there's no gangster shit in that. You understand what I'm saying? In other words, like this, and I'll say it to you in Queen's terms. Oh, he doing that for a bitch. When we was on the block, those was rules. They different now. This is where we come from. All right. So if that was the rules then, that's the rules now. You can't switch up the rules to acquiesce for fucking Netflix. Now let me tell you something. I'll say like this, and I'll say it with full-hearted homes. Leave Justin Combs and leave MISA alone, or shit might get different for you. We got a problem with motherfuckers sitting online every day and they ain't got no life. They ain't got nothing going on. They ain't got nothing interesting to say or anything that will attribute to helping the culture itself, which I've had many of conversations that have, and people just won't invest in those because of the pure simple fact that how they personally feel. You understand? Which matters nothing to me. I don't care how you feel. I was part of this company before. You should be glad and I hope that a motherfucker like me will be on your team, because most motherfuckers fold when it comes to shit like this. They won't sit there throughout the punches I done took it, the hits I done taken, niggas not wanting to donate to you, all kinds of shit. I done took order. I spent $2,000 traveling back and forth from New York to from CT to New York on a daily basis, and paying for food, and at one time paying for somebody else's food that was helping me do some reconnaissance missions and shit. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, it was just like, you know what I mean? Like, for me, there was no recompensation for me. I did this out of loyalty. So if I was on your team, and like I said, if I was on your team 50, I'd do the same shit for you. If I was on your team, I would have did the same shit for you. That's just who I am. It has nothing to do with a dollar amount. I have to sell somebody some footage. I don't have to sit down in your fucking podcast and be like, yeah, back in 2004 and all that other pussy shit that you guys do nowadays. I don't have to do any of that shit. If God's got something good coming for me, it's going to come my way. It always does, one way or another. There's been days. One day I was on here, I was feeling real down because motherfuckers was on here just coming at me or whatever. I closed the app down, went out, and 3 hours later, one of my homies, he's undoing, partner. He was like, yo, son, I seen you online early, man. Look at your Cash App. I look at my Cash App. It's $200 in my Cash App. You see what I'm saying? So it's always a come up. You know what I mean? You just, when you're dealing with this social media life, you got to understand none of these niggas is real. Most of these people that's gathered here is nerds. Most of these people that's gathered here is losers. Most of these people gathered here without the internet, they ain't got nothing going on. Nobody would even know they existed. And that's what it's done. It's given a newfound face to a lot of people that don't exist. You've seen a couple of people come in my chat room so far talking. Notice the unilateral thing they got in common? No real name. No. Always them types. You know what I mean? It's always them types. Give me a second, y'all. Let me just plug this up real quick. So I keep talking to y'all for a few more minutes. I got all these damn cords and shit everywhere. I got charges for enough and anything else. I know nobody on this app is my friend. You understand me? I've had people pull out full campaigns to tell people don't donate to me. He with the Diddy and all those guys. Don't support him. This is black people that did this. You know what I'm saying? They're not really my friends. They don't like me. So I have to learn how to navigate around them. This other day when I was here live with you, I had some African Americans flagging my page repeatedly because they didn't want my message to get out. Because most African Americans nowadays believe in the paradigm of gossiping, sit down and tell alls and exposing people, whatever. But what's really behind all of it is, and a lot of people don't understand is, what's beneath it all is jealousy. You understand? I'm going to tell you what I mean. A lot of these people that have these bloggers, a lot of these people do these documentaries or whatever, it's all spawns from jealousy and from the crabs in the bucket mentality. And so it's like, I want to see you big, but I don't want to see you bigger than me. You understand what I'm saying? I want to see you get money, but I don't want to see you get more money than I think you should get. It's always some parameters set up where you can't be the best and excel the best you can. This has been a problem with African American and Latin culture for eons. People don't want to talk about it. You understand what I'm saying? So I like to talk about it, and it gets some people upset when I talk about it. Is my nickname from little girl. I'm Jamaican. Big up yourself. You see what I'm dealing with? Fuckery I'm dealing with all these people I'm dealing. See, I don't know everything I preach about. I preach about the pick me and them. You see what I said? When I deal with the pick me and them, I'm gonna try to big up and say, I'm gonna big up yourself and see what I deal with. I deal with massive fuckery, espionage. You see what I deal with? You see what I'm dealing with? So that people down here, they're not waiting through you off. Nah. What that people I deal with, they deal with on sheer fuckery. I see what I'm saying? So when I talk about these people and I explain these people, I'm explaining them from a paradigm of people that are part of a culture, but actually a subculture within a culture that navigate these type of things. And most of it seems to be a bunch of nobody motherfuckers. They ain't never had nothing going on, and their job history don't exceed fucking McDonald's or Starbucks. So from the bottom of my heart, while you in here and you gossiping, well, I heard and they said, and there's an article, and I read, and so-and-so vlogger said, take a look at your life. Take a look at your life. And say to yourself, in your life, what have I done? Who have I been? Who am I becoming? And you'll find many times a lot of these people, they ain't nobodies, dog. They ain't nobodies. They ain't never gonna be nobody. That's why they sit up and they hate on niggas that got money, because they know they ain't gonna never be nobody. A lot of motherfuckers to deal with. I think I covered everything that I needed to cover right there. I'm gonna tell y'all straight up and down, from the bottom of my motherfucking heart. Leave Justin and MISA alone. That's your best motherfucking bet. All right. Things happen from shit like that. You could get sued, perhaps. That's a possibility. I don't know. You understand what I'm saying? Other things could happen. You never know. There's a lot of these guys out here in the street that are just wild and crazy, man. You never know. They might be like, yo, you know what? I took that personal and come do something to you. You got to be careful who you're dealing with here. I'm not saying I hope that happens to you. But it's a possibility that things like this happen all the time, you know. Next thing you know, you're walking across the street and a fucking car comes flying at 75 miles per hour. What the fuck are you gonna do, right? So you always gotta be careful. You always gotta be careful here. God has a strong way of issuing karma towards people that are naive. You never know. You might be in the back of your yard one day, and one day a fucking brick falls off that was loose on a house. You never know, you know? You never know. You can walk out one day and accidentally somebody puts a fucking firecracker in your engine. You see what I'm saying here? You got to be careful because people out here are fucking crazy. And I just want y'all to be safe. That's really all I want to do. And this is really the reason for this PSA. Because there's a lot of loonies out here that'll do stuff to you, don't you know? So what I wanted to explain to you guys is let 50 do his documentary and him continue. Let him roll on MISA, don't you worry about it. Let him roll on Justin, don't you worry about it. And most of all, Puff, don't you worry about it. This motherfucker brought a renewed interest in you. And he took the interest off you being in prison and put the interest more primarily on salacious material. Let the fucker do it. It doesn't matter. What he doesn't understand is, and what I want you to understand, and you make sure you listen to this too, Mark, both of you. Right now is the time to hit Netflix. Let me tell you why. See, the son of a bitches just did a deal the other day, and they wanted to take over WB. I tried to explain this to you before, and I tried to tell you what they're really out there. They want to own the movie houses. This is why they previously they stretched as much as they could, and back in 2017 or 2018, they did the distribution deal to promote some of Paramount Pictures material via Netflix exclusively. They were the only ones in the movie houses to do this. Paramount Pictures. Subsequently, Paramount Pictures somehow or another was one of their subsidiaries. Was one of the ones that put in the bid to buy WB, Warner Brothers, as recently. They failed. Netflix won the bid. So they won the bid as far as yesterday. They came in and now they're in assertion in the billions. If they fault on the deal, they still owe billions. So financially, they're at risk right now, at least until March. So these fuckers have got the dollars tangled up. So if you take them to court right now, yeah, this is really what you want to do right now, huh, Netflix? Think I didn't see that, huh? Oh, they slivered that shit in. Let me tell you how deep it goes. On December the 4th, Mission Impossible, which is produced by Paramount Pictures, which I just mentioned to you, they released The Final Reckoning. Mission Impossible, The Final Reckoning. You don't believe me? Go look this up right now. The name of the documentary with Puff is called The Reckoning. Distributed by Netflix. Netflix has a distribution deal with Paramount. What is the chances of that? And these fuckers come out 2 days between each other? Get the fuck out of here. Get the fuck out of here. You guys are still doing 2004, 2006 moves in 2025. Anybody in the business knows exactly what the fuck I'm talking about here. This is archaic shit they're displaying in front of us. Puff, you hit the motherfuckers right now. Right now. Hit them right now where they're weak they weak on a penny right now. You understand me? I'll say it to you one more motherfucking time. They just facilitated a deal with WB. Even if they opt out the deal, they still owe billions in consideration if they fault on the deal. So they owe billions if they fault on the deal. They owe billions if they motherfucking win the deal and sign it over in grand acquisition of the company, which is WB. I told you the whole time, Netflix real deal is they want to own every last movie house there is in the town, so there ain't no competition. They the competition. Same thing 50 wants to do. He wants to eliminate all the tension, so he's the only competition. Guys, make sure y'all hit that like button. If you did, I appreciate it for all the people that was here, was messing with me or whatever. We're going to do another one here in a minute. But trust me, at the end of all this, there's a synergy and vertical integration that's going in with all four of these companies, including 50's, Netflix, Paramount, and WB.